Hey guys, good morning. Doing a short little video here today. Kind of a follow-up to the last video I did where I tested this spray-on rinse-off sealant NanoSkin Supercharger on a rental car. So I really like these types of sealants, right? These spray-on rinse-off sealants, and I use them on my personal vehicles, right? But the problem is that both my personal vehicles are ceramic coated, right? So I use these just as kind of a last step protection, right? I really like them, like on the front grille and on the wheels and things like that, like areas of the vehicle that are hard, to apply, a traditional ceramic coating or a spray on, wipe off coating. So I really like these, just to give a little extra layer of protection to the paint, right? So my theory, right, is that the biggest enemy of coatings, right? Any kind of coating really is the friction from a wash, right? A lot of channels and stuff do chemical resistance tests, and I think those kind of tests are useful, right? Because it's nice to know that your coating can survive, the accidental spray of a wheel cleaner or a bug remover or something like that. But those kind of chemicals really only come in contact with our paint every once in a while, for removing bugs or maybe by accident, right? If we accidentally, hit our paint while we're cleaning our wheels or something like that, right? So to me, the more useful information, right, is how do these types of sealants hold up to friction, right? Just the basic friction of washing a car, right? Because I wash my cars every week. So I like to try to understand what impact am I having on the coating when I wash the car, right? And so really, in order to test that, you've got to do it on paint that doesn't have any other protection, right? So whenever I get a rental car like this one here, I always like to try and do a little test. So that's what you're seeing here today. So I've driven this car about 600 miles in the last couple of days. I took it on a business trip, and before I left, I coated the right side here with the NanoSkin Supercharger that I like, and I coated the left side with the Sonax spray and seal, right? And this is actually the first time I've been using the Sonax, so I wanted to test it out against the NanoSkin. So, like I said, drove about 600 miles, and what we're gonna do today is there's some bug guts here. I'm gonna see how easily those wash off, and then we're going to do kind of what I call a wash resistance test, right? So I've got a bucket here with some really basic pH neutral soap. This is Turtle Wax Pure Wash, right? It leaves nothing behind on the paint, right? And we're gonna go after we rinse the car here. We're gonna go back and forth, and we're gonna see how well these two spray-on rinse-off coatings hold up just a basic washing, right? And the Sonax is a lot more expensive than the NanoSkin, right? So I buy the NanoSkin in a 32 ounce bottle. It's dilutable 100 to 1. So a 32 ounce bottle, which costs $40, will get you, I think, 25 gallons of usable product, right? So it's really, really affordable. I think each gallon breaks down to like $1.25, So really, really expensive, really, really inexpensive. Whereas the Sonax, you cannot buy it dilutable. And I think that 23 ounce bottle costs like $20, right? So big difference in cost. I do expect the Sonax to hold up better to washing than the NanoSkin. So let's test it out. I'm going to hit the hood with some water. All right, let's come in here close. All right, so good beating, right? Water running off on the NanoSkin side, right? The Sonax side seems to be a little more of a sheeting product, but it's still producing some nice beads. And you can see like good reflections on both sides, right? I didn't polish this paint, right? I didn't polish this paint. All I did was a quick decontamination to make sure that there was nothing on the paint, right? And then I sprayed these products on, rinsed them off, and then went for my 600-mile drive. All right, so it's nice to know that both these products held up decently well just to driving. Now, I've got my wash bucket here. and we're gonna do 5 back and forth passes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, back in the bucket. And we're gonna rinse this off and just see how 5 washes impacted this, right? So far so good. All right, no noticeable impact from 5 washes. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 10 total. Let's rinse it again. All right. Okay, looking good, looking good. So 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, not using a lot of pressure, just gliding it back and forth. So we're up to 15. All right, 15 washes. Wow, I'm impressed. So no obvious breakdown yet. I'm gonna do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So up to 20 now, and 20, and no real obvious breakdown in either one. Look at this, like they're both, you know, beating nicely. Water just runs right off. All right, let's keep it going. I'm gonna do 10 this time. We'll see if we can get to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. All right, going quick so this video didn't take forever. Okay. Man, look at this. I'm shocked. I was really not expecting either of these to hold up this long. But look, you can see on the NanoSkin side, still beating, right? Still beating and cheating on the Sonax side. All right, I'm gonna call it quits right there. 30 washes is more than enough for me, right? I will probably, you know, be applying this type of stuff, you know, once every 5 to 10 washes, right? Reapplying it, topping it up. So 30 is more than enough for me. I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna see if I can wear these down, and I'll put in the description what each product made it to. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and read the description. Like I said, I'll call this video quits. I think both of these products are a success in this area, which is really nice to know. If you guys want me to test any more of these spray-on rinse-off sealants, let me know. Leave a comment, and I'll try and get my hands on some. Thanks for watching.